Hello everyone and welcome you all to another chapter of photo editing with Photoshop, Illustrator, Canva and Lightroom tutorial. So now we are on our chapter number 6 where I'll be showing you guys about some realistic perspective text edit in your image. Okay, so I'll be selecting up an image and over there I'll be putting on some perspective text. Okay, first we'll make a perspective path, then we'll put on the text over there and we'll just do some editing over there as well. So let's not waste time and let's get started. So now over here, as you guys can see, now I'm here in the home page of the Photoshop. So now over here, let's open up the file in which I am going to work on from here. Okay, so I'll try to open my file up over here. So now let's come down over here and let's take this image and let's just open it up. Okay, so over here, as you guys can see, now I do have opened up these images of these particular walls. So what I'm going to do is I am going to write down some text over here. Okay, so in this side, basically I'll be putting on some text. So now let's take the text tool and from here now I will just type my things up. So let's click on this one. Let's come here and let's type street camp. Okay, so I will just write here street camp. Okay, and what I'm going to do is now take my move tool, and if I do want to change the color of the font, I can come here and I will be able to change the color of these fonts as well. So let's come here, let's select the color, and from here now let's take up a black color, and now let's just change the font as well. So let's come here, let's try to select up some different font. Let's come here, let's take this particular font. Over here, let's click on OK. And now I will just select this particular thing up again. Let's come here and let's take this particular thing up. Let's come here, let's click on enter. And what I'm going to do is now I am going to align both of this here in the center. So again, let's go back. Let's come here. Let's select both of this. And now if you want to bring it here in the center, this is how it will look. Okay, so if you do want to increase the size, you guys can come here and you guys can basically increase the size of the text. Okay, so click on shift and over here, this is how you guys will be able to increase the size of this one. So now let's put up this text somewhere over here in one side. Let's come here. I will just give on transform. Let's come here and from here, let's go to this text box. Let's come here. Let's delete this particular text box. Let's come here and let's just delete this one. Otherwise, let's come here and let's click on delete from here itself. And now I will just unlock the background. Okay, so I will come here and I will just rename this one as the main. So I will come here, rename this as the main. And now again, I will create a perspective right over here in this particular point. Like at what point do I basically need this particular text to be pasted? So now let's come to this particular option over here into the text box. Right click over here and let's select pixels option. Okay, so I have just clicked on the select pixels options and now let's click on Ctrl C to copy. And now what I'll do is I will just click on Ctrl D to deselect. So now over here, basically I will hide this top layer. Okay, so after hiding this layer, what I'm going to do is I am going to create a different layer. So let's come here. Let's try to add up a different layer right over here. And into this particular layer, what I'm going to do is I am going to create a perspective. So let's come here and let's go to this particular options. And over here under filter, you do have this vanishing point option. So now I will just select this particular vanishing point option. So now let's select from over here. Okay, let's select the perspective. So let's come over here and from here, let's take off to this particular part till right over here. Okay, so I will just select this particular point quite over here. And now I will click on Ctrl V, okay, to put this one right over here. And what I'll do is I will just put this one right over here. And if I do want to scale it down, I can just come here. Let's apply this one. And now I will come here and I will just click on Control T. Okay. So Control T. And if I do want to drag and decrease it, I can come here and let's just go back. And from here, if you do want to decrease the size, you guys can come here and you guys can just decrease the size from here itself. So you guys can come here. Let's just go back. So let's come here. Let's go back again. So again, what I'll do is I will just click on Control V to paste this one. And now over here, let's basically select this thing up. If you do want to move it, you guys can come here and you guys can basically move this thing up quite like this. So let's come here. Let's put this one right over here. Let's wait for this one to get settled. So now once I am done resizing this image, what I'm going to do is I am going to click on OK right over here. Okay, so I will come here and I will just click on OK, and this is how this one basically looks. Okay, and from here now what you can also do is if you want to make it visible, you guys can make it visible. Otherwise you guys can just delete this one from here. Exactly. So let's come here, and if you want to give out some more effects, you guys can come here, and from here now what you can do is you guys can come here and select some different layers. Okay, so you guys can come here and you guys will be able to select out different layers over here. So now let's go to the blending options. Let's come here into the effects panel, and from effects panel, let's go here onto the layer style. Okay, let's come here. Otherwise, let's go to the blending options. So over here, you guys can see I do have the blending options over here. And now let's click on Alt and let's just move this thing up. If you do want to see how it actually looks, let's come here. And if you do want to move this one, you guys can come here and you guys can just move this thing up. So come here and let's click on Alt, and using Alt, what you can do is you guys can just make this more natural. So you guys can come here and on top also, if you wanna do the same thing, you guys can come here and you will be able to do up the same thing. Let's click on Alt if you wanna work on over here, and this one looks more realistic right now that it is basically painted over here on the wall. Okay, so this one now looks better. You guys can see it had blended well with the background color. Okay, so the same way what you can do is you guys can create a text here onto the other side as well. So let's come here. Let's just delete this one. Okay, so now I do have this perspective text. So now again over here, let's come here and let's take my horizontal type tool. Okay, so now from here, let's type. Okay, so I will come here and from here, let's type summer. Okay, so I will just write summer days. So let's come here, let's type summer, and I will just click on enter, and now I will just write summer days. So now let's take my move tool. If I do want to increase the size, I can come here and using shift, I will be able to increase the size quite like this. Okay, so this one basically looks good. And the same way now I will just transform this one over here, and now I do have this particular layer. Let's bring this one down over here. Let's take this particular text, let's right click and let's select pixels. So I will just come here, select pixels. Let's click on Control C to copy, and now Control D to deselect. And what I'm going to do now is I am going to create up a new layer. Okay, so I will come here, I will just take up this particular layer, and over here I will just hide this basic thing. Okay, so I will just hide this particular layer over here as well. And now from here again, I will go to filters, and from filters over here, I will come here and I will just select the vanishing point. Okay, so I will come here, I will just select the vanishing point option. And over here now, I will be able to add more points over here as well. Okay, so if you want me to actually select more points, let's come here and let's try to select more vanishing points. Let's come here, let's select this particular side, and now till here. Okay, I will just create these vanishing points. Now let's click on Ctrl plus V to select. And now let's just move this thing up. So if I want to put it right over here, I can come here and basically I will be able to put it right over here. Let's click on Ctrl T. And now let's decrease the size. Okay, so let's come here. If you do want to decrease the size, you guys can come here and you guys will be able to decrease the size from here in the corner. Okay, so let's come here. If you do want to move it onto this sides as well. So let's come here. Let's click onto this one. Let's now place it right over here. Okay, let's come here. Let's increase the size up a little bit. Okay, in all the sides, let's come here and let's just increase this one on top also. So I will just increase this one on top also, and I will just place the down part as well. So now I will just click on OK right over here. So once I'm done with this particular part, what I'm going to do is I am going to add on some blending options. So let's come here. Let's go to this effects panel. And from effects panel, now I will select a blending mode. So let's come here. Let's take this blending option. And from here, let's place it here in one side. And now I will work on with the underlying layer. So let's come here. Let's click on Alt and I will just move one up. Okay, so I will come here and I'll just move one up over here. Now let's click on Alt. And now I will just move this particular part as well. So let's come here. Let's move this one. Now let's click on Alt. And over here, now let's just move this whites a little bit. So come here. If you want to move the all whites, you guys can come here and you guys can basically move these parts as well. So let's come here. Let's put the whites quite like this. And now, yeah, this one looks good. And now I can just decrease the opacity as well. If I do want to decrease the opacity, I can come here, maybe keep it to 85, which gives this one a more realistic look. So I will come here. Now, this is how my image looks like. Okay, so if I come here and let's say I will just delete this part, I will come here and now I will just delete this particular layer as well. And now over here, I do have two perspective text in the walls. Okay, so you guys can use it in any scenarios if you think this one actually suits. So over here, let's see how it actually looked before. Okay, so this is how it looked before and this is how it looks after you have edited. Okay, so this one looks quite natural over here. Now the last thing, you need to save up this file. Let's go to file, let's go to export, and from here let's select quick export as PNG. Okay, so I will just select this one as a PNG file. Let's go to desktop, and from here I will come here into my resource file. Let's click on backspace, and now I will just type text and I will just save it up. Okay, so this file will get saved as a PNG over here. And now if I do want to select any other file, okay, let's say I want to select now in a PSD file that I can work on with later as well. Okay, so for that, now I'll come here and now I'll just select text. So let's come here, let's select text file. Okay, I'll come here and I will just type on text file. Let's go to desktop. From here, let's go to my resource file. And now I will just click on yes. Let's click on OK. And now I will be able to save this particular file. Like if I do have to change anything later, I will be able to change those things later as well. Okay. So yeah, I hope to see you all in the next chapter where we'll be learning more about photo editing in detail. So take care, everyone. See you all in the next chapter.